can feel my bones and it's fucking nauseating. Well, that was kind of a lot. Sorry, guys.
Chronic illness coping tip number 1. Lower your standards immediately. Can't do a full shower? Congratulations on your decorative rinse. Can't clean the whole kitchen? Beautiful. The bacteria now live there. Can't make a healthy dinner? Toast counts. We're surviving, not auditioning for wellness culture. Perfection is for people with functioning mitochondria.
I don't know, I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm alone.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should clean my room. We should do laundry. We should do my laundry. You could come over and I'd nap for hours. I'm bored, let's take a nap. You could come with me to my doctor's appointment and sit in the waiting room while elderly people stare at you. And then we could get a sweet treat afterwards. That sounds fun. Hey, we should go to the pharmacy. No reason, but maybe while we're there I could pick up my prescriptions. I'm bored, let's go to the endocrinologist. See what they're up to. Do you want to come over while I call my doctors and email them and cry about insurance? That would be fun. Alright, we could go get dinner, but leave halfway through because I got sick. Wouldn't that be fun?
Is it hot in here to you?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'll be there in a second. I think I just dislocated my shoulder. I'm like burning. I'm gonna pass out. I'm burning out.
Things I tell my chronic illness clients that nobody's told them. Pacing may feel like you're giving up until it keeps you alive. Your body didn't betray you, it reached its limit, and we need to respect it. You can do absolutely everything right and still get sick. Grieving your old life is not dramatic, it's a huge loss. Feeling broken doesn't mean you are. A meaningful life can still exist here.
You're just thinking it's a small thing that happened. The world ended when it happened to me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Put your hands together, everybody. No. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, everybody. All right.
Here are some opinions I have that would probably get me canceled. Chronic illness shows you exactly who doesn't care about you. And a lot of the time, it's the people you expected the most from. Some of y'all are not being misunderstood. Like, they heard you, they just didn't care enough to respond differently. And you keep over-explaining yourself to people who already decided not to get it. Oh, being the strong one is not a flex. That is a trauma response. And your body's paying for it. Also, some people benefit from you downplaying how bad it actually is. Because the moment you're honest, things would have to change. And not everyone wants that. Oh, you don't need more patients. You need different people. That's it for now.
Yo, what do you do for a living?
Huh?
What do you do for a living?
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
What do you do for a living?
No.
What do you do?
POTS is a life-altering diagnosis. POTS stands for postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and it affects over 3 million Americans that we know of. POTS changed my life. And 1 year ago, I was hitting just a really beautiful flow state in my life. I was the strongest, the fittest, the most confident I have ever been. Ever. I was running 2 successful businesses, working with a fitness and nutrition brand that I adore. And right around this time, I was invited to one of their events in St. Louis and lived it up, had the time of my life. A few weeks later, I went on my bachelorette trip, lived it up, had the time of my life, and then I got sick. I ended up hospitalized a number of times, with symptoms appearing to be heart attack or stroke-like symptoms, but, was quickly placed into this anxiety category after they ruled those things out. They're like, it's just anxiety. Are you sure you're not anxious? Yeah, I'm sure I'm not anxious. Thank you. This is causing me anxiety. Anyway, I can't help but to think how different life was prior to getting sick. I really never thought that so early in my life I would be faced with such a challenge. Nothing looks the same anymore, and I'm having to grieve what once was and what once could have been. And that's hard. But that doesn't mean there still isn't something more beautiful on the horizon for me, and I'm grateful for my faith because it gives me that perspective. But you guys, POTS is one hell of an illness, and it sucks because it's invisible. That's the biggest thing. It's life-changing. Now, I'm not saying it's life-changing for the worse for the rest of my life. I am hoping and praying every single day that God gives me strength and that God heals my body and God makes something beautiful out of this situation in my life, and I have faith that that will happen one way or another. I don't know what that'll look like, but where I'm at now is not at all what I was planning. But you know what? I don't want my plan over my life anyway. And that's where faith for me is my driving force to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Though this has changed my life, and though things are completely altered, and I am learning how to live again and live, a different type of life, even though that's the case, I would much rather have it God's way and go the path that is destined for me than to resist a path that isn't meant for me, even if it means that I have to navigate a life-altering and lifelong condition, If you have POTS, I am encouraging you, keep pressing on. I know it's hard. I know it's flipped your life upside down. But together, as a community, with all the spoons that we can give, let's try to make lemonade out of lemons. It's not easy, you guys. It's not. But I don't know about you, but for me, I am determined to make something great out of it. So I hope you join me in that. If you are a family member or a friend of someone who has POTS, I just hope that you give them a little extra love when you see them next. If this video at all resonated with you, make sure you like, comment, and send to a friend. But I hope to see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.
So I basically suffer with this thing called chronic fatigue. What's so funny? Basically, it's just like a fancy term for being really tired, right? No, like chronic fatigue is a lot more than just being really tired. Okay, but like everyone gets tired, right? If you've been out partying all night and slept like an hour, then you're gonna be really tired. Like, how much worse can it actually get? No, it's more like you're really tired for no reason whatsoever. You could have slept 18 hours that night and you will still be extremely tired. I've lived most of my life without chronic fatigue, so I know what normal tiredness feels like. But this is almost like your body is shutting down, right? Yeah, but I mean, I've also had hangovers and stuff where I also feel like my body's shutting down, so how do you even know what the difference is? Difference is that I have done nothing to trigger the tiredness or the feeling that my body is shutting down. Like I could have just woken up that day, I can't get out of bed, my whole body hurts, I forget things, sometimes I'll have a fever. I had the worst brain fog ever, you know? I wouldn't be able to have this conversation with you right now, for example. I'd be really struggling to get my words out, I'd be stumbling over words. Oh, that really sucks. Is there anything you can do to stop it? Or you just like drink more coffee or something, right? Well, this is the problem. There's not really anything you can do apart from just rest. And caffeine, for the most part, just makes it worse.
I don't think people understand that when somebody has a chronic illness, they will not be able to show up like they once did. Their body is totally different now. They are so tired, and the tired isn't just like you can go to sleep and you be okay. Like, no, this is like a tired that rest won't fix it, you know? Maybe sometimes maybe, but usually it's just like your body's just fatigued and there's nothing you can do about it. So they won't be able to come to games like that. They won't be able to go to baby showers like that. Maybe miss weddings, maybe miss a lot of things. So you got to make sure you're not holding that to them, because probably their body's just not allowing them to. And they'll probably communicate with that to you. But if not, bro, just, you're not in those shoes, okay? And be grateful that you're not, because it ain't pretty.
Chronic fatigue syndrome. You might assume that's just what you call someone who's tired all the time. But what if I told you that CFS is also called myalgic encephalomyelitis? I take it a little more seriously, right? Chronic fatigue syndrome is not just characterized by fatigue at rest and post-exertion. People with CFS also experience sleep disturbances, concentration problems and brain fog, anxiety and mood problems, numbness and tingling, GI issues like abdominal pain and bloating, hormone disruptions, joint pain, headaches, and swollen lymph nodes, among other things. Approximately 800,000 to 2.5 million Americans suffer from CFS. What's even crazier is that about 90% of people living with this disease go completely undiagnosed. And what's even crazier than that is we have no idea what causes it. But we do know it occurs in mostly women. This disease is one of many reasons why I became a dietitian. Nutrition can seriously improve symptoms. If you're experiencing symptoms of CFS, you are not alone. What you're experiencing is valid, and there are people here to support you.
Hi, my name is Hazel, and I have POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and I have compiled a list of things that I thought were normal before getting diagnosed. So first things first, POTS is basically, or dysautonomia, is the dysfunction of your autonomic nervous system. So your central nervous system is like, you're moving, you're chewing, like things that you can control, things that your brain is actively doing. And then your autonomic nervous system is what's going on in the background. So like digestion, breathing, like your tear ducts, like sweating, stuff like that. So the first one on the list is feeling like I'm sick after eating literally anything. And that's because of the dysfunction of my autonomic nervous system. My body does not know how to digest. Like it knows, it's just quite slow and very uncomfortable. So every time after I eat, I need to lay down or I need to sit there for a second, and my heart rate will usually be very, very fast after eating, and I just need to take a break. The next one on the list is constantly craving sodium. So a lot of people, if you have POTS, you know that you need salt. So I started carrying salt packets around, and it just makes me feel better. It makes me feel more energized, less fatigued. And when I was younger, I would literally drink soy sauce out of the fucking bottle. Out of the bottle. Soy sauce out of the bottle. I would always be craving salty things. I wasn't really a sweets kind of kid. I was a sweets kid, but as soon as like I went through puberty, I was definitely more of a salty girl. Doritos, chips, anything with salt in them, McDonald's fries, anything like that. Okay, the next one is the one that impacts me the most and is why I had such a bad flare-up last summer, is my extreme heat intolerance. So basically, when I'm moving around and it's warm outside, or if I'm like picking things up off my floor, I'll get super hot. And that's why I also can't take hot showers, but we'll get there. That's also on the list. But yeah, the summers are very hard for me. It's a lot of dizziness, a lot of feeling literally sick to my stomach. And if it's above like 85 outside, I will probably throw up outside because my body just cannot handle heat like that. Okay, the next one is a more like regular symptom, but I just thought that this is what my resting heart rate was. So my resting heart rate is about 90 beats per minute, which is a little crazy since I was an athlete all throughout high school, all into middle school. Like even now I work out pretty often, but my resting heart rate is 90. Regardless of my aerobic health, it's always stuck around 90, 85, 95, which is very high, especially for a resting heart rate. Okay, this is the one that impacts my life probably the most right now, is severe fatigue. So my body constantly is working overtime to try to do the things that are within the autonomic nervous system because it has to work so much harder to do those things. So like digesting, have to lay down, have to take a nap. Like a food coma, I get bad food comas. When I'm hot, I have to lay down. When I was writing something or sitting up for too long, I need to sit down. And then I will wake up and I will never feel rested. I haven't felt fully rested since I was about 14, since I was in probably my freshman year. That's the last time I woke up and was like, oh, I feel great. Because it's always, I want to go back to bed. Okay, so this one's a little strange, but I cannot do elevators. If there are stairs, I have to take the stairs. Yes, it makes me tired going upstairs, but elevators will make me feel so sick, and that's due to something that we call gravity intolerance. So it's like the same thing as if I'm lying down and I stand up very quickly, my vision goes black. Typical symptom of POTS. Vision goes black, sometimes I'll pass out. But elevators, since my body is like moving up but I'm not moving, it messes with something in my nervous system and I feel so sick. So if I'm going upstairs, like if I'm going up, I'll like walk out and give it a second and it'll feel like the whole room is raising above me and I get so dizzy, disoriented. It's like vertigo times 10. Okay, the next one was very heartbreaking to realize this wasn't normal, but I have really bad exercise intolerance. So I was an athlete pretty much my entire life. I've been playing volleyball since I was 12. I was a gymnast when I was super young and a dancer, and then I was a gymnast again in high school. I did track, I did lacrosse, I did a bunch of different sports all throughout my life, and I never realized that it wasn't normal to feel like I was going to die after practice. So every time after I would work out, especially recently, like within the past year, I have to take breaks. So like, you know when you're lifting and you need to take a break in between each set, obviously, my breaks consist of me sitting on the floor, head in hands, trying to have my heart calm down so that I can stand up without falling over. And I just thought that was normal. And that also ties in to the heart rate stuff. My heart rate when I am lifting or I am running will get to very, very high BPM. So like yesterday I was at the gym and it was the first time I'd lifted in a while. So I was doing kind of light work. My heart rate was 190 in the middle of just lifting. I was doing goblet squats. 190. Okay, and then the last thing on my list, which I thought was so normal, was getting extremely hot after showers and just having to sit in my towel and lay down before I could do literally anything. If my shower is too hot or too warm, because I do like a hot shower, like it feels good, but I know every time I get out of the shower after taking a hot shower, I will need to lay down because my body cannot handle that heat and I will not be functional for at least another 20 minutes while my heart rate calms down and my skin will feel like it's burning. And my showers aren't that hot. They're like lukewarm. Like it's too hot for me, apparently. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Those are just some of the things that I thought were normal. There's definitely a lot more because I experience a lot more symptoms than just that. But yeah, I'm just trying to bring awareness because POTS is something that a lot of people go through and a lot of people have been getting diagnosed with more and more. And also a lot of people are bringing attention to it on social media, and that's actually what helped me get diagnosed. So, booyah! Like, without social media and without finding videos talking about that, I've always felt very alone in the symptoms that I was feeling because I just thought everybody's life was this difficult at some points. Like in the summer, there would be days on end where I literally could not get out of bed because my heart was beating too fast. I was going through such bad fatigue and I felt sick to my stomach, just so sick. And seeing people online going through a similar thing as me helped me get the help that I needed, the test that I needed, and eventually we found out what it was. And I'm very grateful for all the people that I saw spreading awareness, and that's just what I wanted to do today. So if you're having symptoms like this and you're feeling very, very sick like I was, get it checked out. I promise you it's worth it. Get it checked out. Thank you for watching.
Hi there, how can I help you?
Hi, my stomach acid is leaking out of my feeding tube from the metal part.
Okay, I will send Bridget in there.
Okay, thank you.
Around the corner with two Oreos. Alright, that's it. Where the camera's at? I know I'm getting pranked now.
Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Go ahead and tell everybody. I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man. Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can.
I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make 'em all day. I get one down in a second if you wait. I fly like paper, get high like planes. If you catch me at the border, I got visas in my name. If you come around here, I'll make.
So please consider this your daily reminder that dynamic disabilities exist, which means what someone can do one day does not mean they can do it the next day or even hour to hour. People's symptoms and levels of pain and how they feel can change so drastically that it can dramatically impact what they can do, what mobility aids they might need, what accommodations they might need. And that's not only like normal, but that is to be expected. That is part of having a dynamic disability. And that's okay. That doesn't mean they're faking. That doesn't mean they're like lying to you 1 minute. None of that. Okay? Like that is literally definitionally how their disability works. And learning that and learning how to just listen to the person in front of you is an incredibly important first step to being an ally to the disabled community.
Hi there, what can I get started for you? I want a 16-ounce extra hot white mocha with no ice. Okay, yeah, you got it. Extra hot white mocha. Anything else for you? You forgot no ice. Oh yeah, well, since it's extra hot, I can't actually put no ice in the system. There's not a button for that once I press extra hot, but I will make sure there's no ice in that extra hot drink. Okay, well, I don't trust you, so I just need to know who's making my drink. Oh, that would be my friend Becky over on bar, but I can let her know. Excuse me, no ice on my drink. Oh, okay, no problem. Wait a minute, aren't you the girl that was sitting on the job the other day when I came in? What about your accommodations? I thought that you weren't able to stand. Oh yeah, well, I have a chronic illness, so every day isn't the same, so there are some days I do need to sit, and there's some days that I am able to make coffee for a little bit. I've honestly missed it so much. It's my favorite part of the job. Yeah, no, I don't want you making my coffee. I'm sorry, why don't you want her making your coffee? How do I know she won't give me decaf for what I... Oh, so you admit that what you said last time was wrong. No, she's a liar, and I can't trust liars to make my drink correctly. Okay, I won't make it. Have a good day.
No, and what I think is so funny is that all of the girls that wore like knee braces growing up, they're the girls that all have POTS now. So, yeah, I don't get it. Why is it funny? they've been asking for attention their whole life. You know what I mean? Don't you have POTS? Yeah, that's why I'm allowed to say it. It's friendly fire. Friendly fire. The difference is I don't ask for attention. So the girls that grew up with joint issues, they were asking for attention by getting help for their pain. Were they actually in pain though? I guess so it's not exciting anymore to wear a brace, so they had to come up with You know that POTS and joint instability are connected? So, I mean, it's almost as if they grew up with those issues and found out that they had POTS later. No, they're all faking it. Not me though, not me. I'm strong and I push through it, not me.
If you are sick for long enough, people lose all compassion for you. This happened to me multiple times. I have a chronic illness called chronic urticaria, and literally both times in my life that I was struggling with it, I had just been completely betrayed by my friends. First time, my friends, they really did not give a fuck that I was depressed and dealing with this new, illness, and they outcasted me from their friend group and all talked shit about me behind my back and to my fucking face as if, what was happening to me was my fault. The second time, my best friend sat me in the car with her girlfriend and they both lectured about how they don't have sympathy for me and how, my problems really aren't that bad and that they have problems too. But it's I'm chronically ill and all I'm asking is for some support, and maybe I did talk about it a lot, but it's literally consuming my entire fucking life, you know? It's just a lack of compassion and empathy. People think just because you've been through this enough times, you know how to deal with it and it doesn't bother you or hurt you anymore. It's just as devastating the 56th time, the 66th time, the 67th time as it was the first time. It's always gonna hurt the same, but people just don't understand that. They think you've been through this enough times, you know how to deal with it, and you actually should just be the perfect human being and not be sick. I don't know why I'm mad about this now, because I literally don't even deal with symptoms anymore, but yeah, I'm just mad about it right now.